Greetings, travelers. Welcome to Lorespire. Today we take a look at the Wayward Realms Kickstarter. Now, the Wayward Realms will be a new type of RPG that Once Lost Games is dubbing the Grand RPG. And the most important thing to know here is just that this is a hardcore RPG being made by hardcore RPG fans for other hardcore RPG fans, aka us. And the Wayward Realms will be taking hardcore classic RPG mechanics and bringing them into modern day gaming. But before I lose too many of you, let's go ahead and take a look at the gameplay trailer that they recently released.
Welcome to the archipelago, a landmass of over 100 islands, steeped in political intrigue, forgotten magic, and a multitude of adventures to be had. Ours begins on Ijar, a remote island in the northeast.
This is where the prologue of the game will happen and where early access will start. It's supposed to be 140 square kilometers.
We have come to the town of Melhelm at the behest of Lady Ravensworth, stepmother to the local baron in search of information. Rumors have been circulating of strange occurrences around the tomb of Lord Godsend, a former rival to the baron who met his end at our own hands.
Okay, I just want to address something here real quick. There's been some concern that if this is the starting quest, then players are going to be railroaded into a particular backstory. But I just want to say that that is antithetical to everything that Once Lost Games wants to do with the Wayward Realms. They want player choice to be paramount. They're not going to railroad you into a particular backstory. There are various backstories or backgrounds that are planned for players to be able to choose from, and they're even working on possibly letting players choose their own beginning quest, which would be amazing. So I just wanted to address that for anybody who had concerns.
We were sent to seek out Niles, an informant for the Order of Saint Latra. But it seems the door is locked. There must be another way in. Not the friendly sort. Maybe he just needs a little convincing.
All right, so we can see that there are ways to bribe, charm, persuade, threaten in order to get the information you want.
Excellent. We have the information we need. Now let's be on our way. We have our goal, but there will be some obstacles in the way. It is up to us how we wish to achieve it. Combat.
Yeah, so I love the parry that you get to see during the fight.
Stealth.
And then right there being able to shoot out a lantern to better sneak by. Freaking love it.
Magic.
This part's really cool. Look at this. The skeleton takes out his own ally. Love it.
Or using our wits and knowledge.
This right here is pretty amazing. You get to find the clues in the book in order to solve the puzzle and open up the door. I love that. Love that.
Of course. Sometimes that might not be enough.
One thing I want everybody to keep in mind that this is a pre-alpha version of the game.
You say you would rather just spend your time fishing?
One thing that I want everybody to keep in mind is that this is a pre-alpha version of the game that has been made by people who are total volunteers, okay? So once they start getting paid properly and are able to work on things properly, after this Kickstarter's done, we can expect to see major improvements. The game's going to be incredible. I do so believe. Look at this. You can see we're already up to 311,000. That's 62% of the main goal. However, there are several stretch goals. So let's go ahead and actually take a look at those, because this is some of the most important info that is maybe the most exciting info. Now, for the $500,000 goal, which we're 62% of the way to, it funds 1 year of development on early access build that will feature preliminary versions of key systems. It is our aim to take that early access build to publishers to seek out further funding and continue development on the rest of the game. So this is really important right here. Them getting an early access build gives them a ton of leverage with publishers, because most publishers do not want to take a chance on a game, and they'll try to railroad developers into changing the game into what they want. All right. But them being able to make an early access build, them being able to show that they have so much support from the community, gives them a ton of leverage and will allow them to build the game that they want. So that's one reason why this is so important, that we all support this. We want Once Lost Games vision and game. We don't want their publisher's vision for the game. Now, in the early access, only humans and orcs are guaranteed as playable races at the start. However, all 8 races will be playable in the final product, and we may have more than just humans and orcs, depending on how early access goes and whether or not we meet our stretch goals for the Kickstarter. Okay, so 500,000, the main initial goal, which we're 62% of the way to. It gives us a large dynamic world, 140 square kilometers, which is larger than most modern game worlds. I think Skyrim's vanilla game world, at least, is only like 37 kilometers. So yeah, it's large. Anyways, meaningful character generation and advancement systems with dozens of skills, attributes, and perks, allowing players to create characters limited only by their creativity, which is awesome, amazing. I really love that that there will be no levels, but there will still be perks. Like all of your character advancement is going to be by advancing your skills, but you still unlock perks by advancing those skills. Human and orc playable races, each with their own race-based bonuses. All of the races are planned to be unique. They will all have their own race-based bonuses, but beyond that, they're trying to give them actual unique physical characteristics and gameplay mechanics as well. Just an FYI. Anyways, magic systems, including the ability to craft your own spells, which is pretty crazy that we're going to get to craft our own spells as early as the prologue of the game. 5 major factions for the players to join. So just in this first little prologue island, we have these 5 factions here. 1 major world event, which I'm very interested to see what that turns out to be and what that is like. Dozens of enemy types. 30 in-game lore books. Love the lore. Definitely down for that. 2 breeds of horses to ride, round season palfreys in a number of different coats and color patterns, and 2 types of ship to purchase and sell around Ijar. Yes, the game does have sailing. It's not just for fast travel. You will be able to fish from your boat, and we don't know if it'll be available initially in early access, but it is planned for you to be able to do things like board other ships. Anyways, the first stretch goal, 800,000. Let you craft more spells. Hell yes, love making spellcasters. Going to add coursers, which are war horses, as rideable mounts, and additional variety for customizing players' appearances. Everybody wants as many options there as possible. And 2 additional factions to join the Baron's army and Godsend's army. More factions definitely equals more fun. But here's where the stretch goals really start to get interesting. If we can hit 1 million, which we're already a third of the way there after just 3 days. So get over there, support this project. $1 million goal. A new playable race, dwarfs. So for those dwarf fans out there, you're hoping for 1 million. who have their own race-based bonuses and are known for their excellent craftsmanship. Now, I just want to make this clear once again. Dwarfs are guaranteed in the final game no matter what, but if they hit the $1 million goal, they will be in the early access for us to start playing and experiencing as early as next year. Dwarf architecture present in the town of Hermannstadt. 20 additional lore books for players to discover. That's awesome. That's like an 80% increase in lore books. Ponies added as rideable mounts, I'm assuming because dwarfs have to have something dwarf-sized to ride. Learn to enchant weapons and armor. It'll be really cool to see how the enchanting system works, so that's great. That's amazing. Love it. 2 additional factions to join the Red Countess Pirates. So an actual pirate faction. Maybe you'll be able to go with them, go on raiding parties, go on pirate adventures. You'd definitely be able to experience some piratey things there. The Red Countess Pirates and the Corvus Monastery. 6 digital pinup posters of the goddesses. I don't know exactly what this means, but I'm assuming it means just posters that you can put up on the wall of your house or your ship or wherever. 1.5 million goal. Okay, now we're starting to get to the what's maybe a little bit less likely, though I'm really hoping we hit 1.5 million because this will add goblins as a playable race. After ogres, goblins are the next race that I am the most excited about, and they'll have their own racial bonuses for sure and are known for their thievery. They're also supposed to be the fastest race, which is part of their own racial bonuses. And they can move on all 4s, which I guess lends to their speed. A second major world event, which would be amazing because that doubles the amount of world events we get. And those are going to be some of the most interesting things in the game, I think. Destriers, which is a rideable mount. I'm assuming some type of horse. I don't actually know. 3 additional factions to join the Ipso, the Inquisition. Inquisition should get a lot of people excited. And the Order of St. Latra. Plus 2 more ship types to purchase and sell around Ijar. That doubles the amount of ships or ship types that'll be available for purchase for sailing. And if we hit the final stretch goal, 2 million, the 2 million stretch goal, this will add multiplayer support, allowing friends to join the player in a drop-in, drop-out co-op fashion. This would be amazing. If we could hit 2 million, which is possible, it's a bit of a stretch. Maybe we'll get there. It's off to a good start. But drop-in, drop-out co-op, that's freaking phenomenal. That'll be so much fun. I'm really hoping for that. You'll get to brew your own unique potions with the addition of the alchemy system. So alchemy system guaranteed either way, but it would be great to see it in some form in the early access. And then we get 5 new temple and cult factions. So that is amazing. That's going to be so much more content just by adding 5 temple and cult factions. I love that. The Temple of Diel, the Temple of Andreka, the Temple of Umbria, the Eyes of the Raven, and a mysterious Melora cult. For anybody who does not know, Melora are somewhat like Daedric princes from the Elder Scrolls. They're meant to be kind of immortal and very interesting figures like that. However, they come in a variety of moralities. Anyways, the 2 million goal definitely sounds hella great. I do hope that we get there. I really hope that this interests y'all. I really hope that y'all can come out and support the community, support the game, help Once Lost Games make the RPG that hardcore RPG fans have been wanting for so long. They're making a game here that's going to bring classic hardcore RPG mechanics to modern day gaming. Head on over here to the Kickstarter. There will be a link to it in the description, and check it out and help out if you are able to. We need everybody's help in order to make this a success, or I should say Once Lost Games does. I'm in no way affiliated with them, by the way. I'm just an enthusiastic fan. This has been Chris with Lorespire. Be well, my friends.